Note to self, do this as you watch them. I started watching the short films that are nominated for Oscars. I started with Kit Bull because that's one of the shortest, one of the quickest, one of the easiest to find. It's an animated short by Pixar about kitten and a pit bull friendship or growing a friendship. And I've seen Pixar do better. It was just so boring and I've just seen better. Like, it's fine. It's fine. And it's not even fine. It's like mediocre. I think it was nominated because the visuals look interesting. It's a different type of animation style that they're using, so I get that. But I'm talking about just story. Just entertainment and story. Whenever I'm talking about anything, usually, I'm talking about story. I'm not talking about anything being like, oh, it's a directorial innovation and it's a stamp on history and it's a new way to do things. Like, I'm talking about, did this entertain me and was the story compelling? No, it wasn't. I've seen Pixar do way better than that. And I can only see that they got nominated for the way the animation just seems interestingly different because the story is just like whatever. It's like the pit bull is like, when you think of a pit bull, you think of like a rabid dog, mean dog that will just bite you whenever. You think of like, Brandy from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You think of dogs like that. But then this dog is like sweet and nice. And oh my God, like, we shouldn't judge people. I think that's what it's supposed to be conveying. Like, I could be a pit bull and be nice. Okay, great. What are you doing with that though? How are you pushing that forward? You're not. And then you have the kitten, and the kitten looks weird. It's hella small and just weird looking. I've seen cuter kittens, so I don't even like the way the kitten was drawn. Yeah, it's afraid of the pit bull, and then it's not anymore because they start playing ball together. Like, it's not that compelling. It's not anything to brag about. And it's a silent film, as silent as it can be, meaning it's not a talkie. And yeah, that's all really gotta say about Kit Bull. It's nothing bringing me back to it. There's nothing that memorable about it. It just didn't really hit. So then the next short film that I watched was Listen to Me, not because it was nominated or anything, just because it was recommended to me on YouTube. And it's about a deaf girl who's bullied for being deaf, and then she meets this other guy who works at the school that she's trying to commit suicide at, and he stops her from doing that. That's what it's about. And I rated it a 2.5 out of 5. I mean, I like it for what it is. It didn't blow me away or anything. The actors are cute, especially the guy, obviously. The climax is like mildly powerful. Mildly. It's just different and I didn't expect it. But I'm not floored and I'm not thinking about it, after I speak about it now. Like, I'm literally over it now. And then the next short film I watched was Sister. Sister was really good. That definitely deserved the Oscar nomination. It is thought-provoking. It is beautiful craftswork. It is a stop-motion black and white short animated film by a Japanese director, Japanese creators. I don't know their names. I gave it a 4 out of 5. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. It's great. Somehow it reminds me of cartoons that I grew up with. I think because the characters are made out of felt. And I watched a lot of Muppet type, child shows when I was little, and all of the characters were made out of felt. So I think that's why it reminded me of that. And immediately when I watched it again, and I watched it again. It was just really, really, really thought-provoking. And I showed it to all of my siblings because it showed me that I'm very blessed to have them. You can watch it you can feel something when you watch it, whether you have siblings or not, because that's basically what it's about. It's beautiful. And I hope it wins. I only saw 3 of the 5 nominations nominated for animated short. This, Sister, Kit Bull, Hair Love. I saw those 3. I didn't get to see Daughter or the other one because I can't find them. But I saw those 3, and out of the 3 that I saw, Sister and Hair Love are my favorite, and I want either one of those to win. So this is kind of like in a prediction video. I want Sister or Hair Love to win. And I believe that those two will. I don't think Kit Bull is winning. But Disney hasn't been... Nah, everybody else is showing up on Disney. Okay, so that was the 14th. And then the next day, on the 15th, I watched This Is Us. Got a lot to say about that. I think I wrote some notes down here. This episode was about Rebecca's memory. Before I even speak about what the episode is about, I'm just going to talk about my favorite aspect of This Is Us and what has always been and what clearly still will be based on what I've seen. Randall has the best damn storyline. Like, I don't know what the hell is happening and going on with Kevin. And, like, I don't care. Like, we find out that he goes on a date with Sophia Bush. And he thinks she's the one. And then we find out at the end that she's married. And I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, really? Really? I don't care about your storyline and you're finding somebody. I just don't care. And the end of the episode, they show that his ex-wife is calling him. It's like his ex-wife that he broke up with 3 times, it seems like. Like, I don't care what's happening with you. Or the wishy-washy back and forth. It's like, it's like enough now with him. Enough. You keep trying to make him important and make him relevant. Like, his storyline is just not interesting. And they had John Legend in the show because of Kevin's storyline. I fucking hate John Legend. I went from thinking that he was alright to thinking that he was overrated to now hating him after that Michael Jackson documentary thing. Like, why do people like him so much? Like, he's so mediocre. Like, he's so mediocre. Like, he has okay music. There's plenty of people who write better songs than can play the piano. Like, why do you make it seem like he's one of a kind and he's like so incredible? Like, relax. And stop making me see him in shows that I watch. Then we have Kate, and her issue in the show is that she doesn't know what's going on with her husband. And I don't really care about talking about this. I just like their baby, and I like seeing their baby. Like, I don't care what's happening with them. All I care about right now is Rebecca and Randall. Rebecca is losing her memory, and Miguel is having an issue with Randall because he's acting like Superman. It's like, that shit pissed me off because I had my own issues with that. With some man who's like telling me about my mother. Like, shut the fuck up. This is my mother. Who the fuck are you? Miguel is not the father or the stepfather. You're not God or Joseph. You didn't raise me. Why the fuck are you talking to me about my mother? Because you're married to her? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Turns out Randall was right. So what the fuck are you talking about, Miguel? You live with her and you either didn't know or you didn't want to know. Or you didn't care to know. Or you just try to act like it wasn't really there. Fuck you, bye. That was the 15th. This is us. Yeah, the baby can see light. Okay, Randall. There's a burglar in Randall's house. Fam. What's today's date? But yeah, there's a burglar in Randall's house. Can't wait to see what happens with that. And I think it's a burglar. And I think something bad is going to happen to either Deja or the little one, Annie. So I'm excited to see what happens there. But yeah, This Is Us. Then I watched Mixed Dish, and it was about stereotypes. And I really like Mixed-ish. I never watched Blackish. I was never into it. But I like Mixed-ish and I like Grownish. And then I watched Harley Quinn. And Harley Quinn is super fucking funny. So fucking funny. Harley Quinn is great. It's hilarious. I didn't watch Perfect Blue, did I? I know I did, but I didn't watch it that day. What? Yeah, I watched Harley Quinn is super funny. There's times when I neglect watching it. I try not to watch it because it can be very silly and over the top, and I don't really care that much about Harley Quinn. This new Harley Quinn, I liked old Harley Quinn that was like dressed up like the Joker and was like with the Joker. But I don't care for her that much. They don't show Batman that much, but when they do show some of the villains, because my favorite part of it is like the action that goes on with her and the other villains, or the known ones that I know. I like to see that, but it is really funny. Like, I'm laughing out loud funny. I'm laughing out loud at the adult humor and just the craziness that goes on in her day to day. Once again, I just like the escape, which is why I watch all these stuff. It's like I read these things. It's like, it's an escape because those worlds are just so much more creative and dope than mine. And I really love Ivy's house, Poison Ivy's house, her apartment, and their new layer is just really funny and entertaining. So I like Harley Quinn, and it's just very bright, and it's a nice Friday show to watch to lay in my day and give me prayer for the weekend, because it comes on Fridays. And that's when or at least that's when I watch them. And yeah, I fucks with Harley Quinn. And I don't think I would like it this much, but it's just really funny and it's quick. It's only 20-minute episodes, so it's really quick to watch them every week. And then I ended the day with Perfect Blue. I finally watched Perfect Blue.